Welcome back to Fox Hollow Farms. We are out here at the chicken shed at my house again. Looks like we're gonna have some good weather for the rest of the month of February, so I have a feeling we're not gonna get too much cold weather anymore. So I'm gonna take apart all my tarps and 2x4s that hold the tarps in. Just let some sunlight get in there, get some fresh air. It's probably getting a little muggy in there when it warms up. So we'll take that apart, let everybody run outside and get some fresh air. So yeah, now all the tarps are down and I need to fold them all up, which is gonna be a little bit of a struggle, but definitely love the look without it. All the tarps and 2x4s. Looks a lot more like a chicken coop. Well, got the tarps folded up. Now I gotta find a spot for all this stuff. Not exactly sure where I want to do that. Something that needs done today is these quail are very good at wasting their feed, and they filled up their trays already. Wow, that's a lot fuller than I thought. But in the back there you can see they spilled a lot of feed and it's built up. This tray is the fullest, and then it gets less full over here. The trays that have the feed in, I'm gonna try to dump that out into the chicken pen. That way they can scratch around there and try to make use of that wasted feed. So I changed my mind. I decided to dump it out back here behind the chicken shed. It's kind of more of a compost area back here, and the chickens, when they're out, they'll be able to come around here and scratch at it and pick through it. There's a lot more poop than I thought there was, so I didn't want to put it into the chicken run just because I didn't need all that extra waste in there. So yesterday we didn't get very many eggs, and I'm out here looking for eggs, and I have a few boxes here and there for the ducks. They don't really like to lay inside, but I see I have 4 duck eggs. And I'm thinking these are the call duck eggs. Just they're a lot smaller, but yeah, hopefully I can try to sell some of these or hatch them out. I have a bunch in the incubator right now. And this box is empty, and I seen one laying on the ground right here. A little bit dirtier, but it'll still work. While we're out here, I will grab the chicken eggs. I see there's been quite a bit laid. I only got No, I didn't get any chicken eggs yesterday, so I was hoping that there's gonna be a bunch, and I see 2, 5, I see 9 eggs so far, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. So I know everybody's been waiting for this, but we'll do a little pheasant update. I kind of hate to say this, but I think they're doing worse than before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch them and I will look them over, both of them, and I'm gonna move them inside just to get them away from everybody. And I have some medication that should arrive on Monday, which is in 2 days, and then I can start treating them separately from everybody else. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that they're both getting worse. Guess first things first is I gotta catch them. I know this is always tricky. Whichever one I can catch first will be easiest, and we'll go from there. So this is my male, red golden. Since the last video, he's definitely been putting in some more color. So where I made my cut was on this side, right there. But as you can see, now this side has swelled up. It's swollen. There's nothing. You can definitely feel that it's liquid in there and it's not hard. But still, it shouldn't be that way. But all of his main feathers are starting to come in. He's got a lot more red in his shoulders, and the pretty feathers on his head are just starting to come in. He's also getting some more yellow and orange down his back. Yeah, let's see if we can move him inside without accidentally letting him go, because if I do, he's a goner. Actually, a little trick that I just tried out is put him in my sweatshirt pocket, and it's dark and it kind of contains his wings and his legs, that he doesn't want to flap or anything, and he's laying there pretty still. Yeah, it works pretty well, I guess. Just tried it right now. But since I'm gonna take him out, I definitely want to close my shed door just in case. I don't need him flying around. But I'm gonna move him into this empty pen here. This is where my trio of golden lace were, but I didn't get any eggs from them for a week. So move them back out, and it created an empty spot that I can put both of these guys. Very pretty bird. Alright, buddy, I'll go get your honey. So same thing with her. I'm gonna grab her, we'll look her over pretty well, and then we will move her inside as well. So one immediate difference that I can tell between her and my male is that she's got a lot more weight on her, so that's a good sign. I was thinking the other day that her face was looking a little poofy, but looking at her now, I think she's just fine. But I'm gonna treat her just because she's been in contact with him quite a bit. And my mandarin ducks, they're both looking fine. I don't know if they're getting they're not getting any of the problem. I think it's just him, but we'll treat both of them just in case. But yeah, she also is a very pretty bird. I'm gonna try the same thing, stuff her in my sweatshirt pocket. So yeah, I'm just basically stuffing them in my sweatshirt pocket, kind of like a little pouch, kangaroo pouch. Kind of puts them right to sleep. Dark, holds them tight, that they can't really move a whole lot, which is perfect because I don't really need them flying around. Definitely want to make sure I shut this door, because if I accidentally let go, I do not want her just running out. Last thing I'm going to do for these guys is fill up their feeder with their feed. I know this isn't quite the most ideal setup, but it's kind of more like a quarantine pen, an extra space pen. Hoping that I can get him fixed up pretty well. What I have coming in the mail is called Moxitile. It's a water additive that is supposed to help them with their sinus infection. So far I've gotten 2 eggs from her. The first egg was that broken one, and then the next day I got a good egg from her, and I actually sent that home with my sister to give to my dad. He just got a new incubator and he's gonna try to hatch it out. We're kind of doubting it'll hatch just because it's one of her first eggs, but we're gonna give it a shot. It deserves the best chance. But yeah, we'll keep them in here for a while until I start seeing a difference. Maybe she'll start laying eggs, and if she does, that would be awesome. But yeah, we're just gonna keep them here in isolation for a bit. When I built this pen that is behind me here, my original thought was that I was gonna have 2 main runs, one for ducks, one for chickens. But then I realized the ducks can't even hardly get up the ramp, so they just live out in the run. Occasionally I'll see one coming up in here, but they don't really like it. So I never cut this into another hole. And then I got my mandarins, and the pen right beside the shed is where they stay, so there was no reason to put a hole in here for them to go outside. And then what I did was I took chicken wire and stuck it on the top up here, because I thought maybe I'll get into some pigeons, some fancy pigeons. I could fit quite a few in here. But then I decided that I don't necessarily need to do that. It's just nice to have this empty pen. If I ever want to split up into some couple trios with chickens, I can have breeding pens and breeding stock in here. And then I had quail in here for the longest time until I finished my quail pens, which glad they're cleaned out, but I definitely learned that I need to clean them out weekly at the bare minimum. They do get messy pretty quick, especially with them spilling on their feed. I do need to find a different way to prevent their feed spillage. It's really interesting because all my quail, except for the snowflake quail, spill their feed. The snowflake quail had barely any feed spilled in their tray, which was pretty nice. They don't go through nearly half the feed as the other quail go through. I kind of have it split up into 2 different pens. This pen is full of, the whites are all females, and then I have some, the males are colored. And then down here, it's all my colored males, and I have a few extra whites in here. And I'm trying to get some more tuxedos. I really love their look. But yeah, they're definitely friendly and curious quail. Don't go there, buddy. They're definitely friendly and curious quail, but to me that tuxedo is just one of the prettiest colors. I have 3 males in every pen and 12 females. I figure that's a pretty good ratio. If anything, I would add another male, but I feel like they've got plenty of room still. I could fill it up a little bit more, but I don't see really a reason to do that. This pen down below is all of my males. Haven't decided what I wanted to do with them yet. They're all extras. I don't need them. They're kind of just wasting space and wasting feed. I was thinking about doing a processing video on them or selling them, but let me know what you guys think if you want to see a processing video on quail. I have about 15 I can do it with, and then we can kind of go over how that process works. It'd be the first time for me, but it would definitely be a good learning experience for me and everybody who watches. One last thing for the day. The other day we had a mishap in the chicken run. Our pond water got too low that our runner ducks were not able to jump out, and I found a floating runner fawn. It was a hen. So what I want to do inside the pond is put a cement block. I'm gonna see if that'll be high enough or if I need to add something else. I have a bunch of rocks and cement pieces here that I can try to use up, but yeah, I'm gonna try the cement block, see if that works, because I really don't want it to happen again, and I want to make sure that the ducks can get in there, but they can also get out. So the ducks always seem to like to get out at this corner. I'm gonna see how well this block fits in there. It's about 4 or 5 inches down. I figure that should be enough that they can step up and get out pretty easy. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they like that. This is one of my friendliest chickens. She's a Rhode Island Red. Her name is actually Rhoda. Kind of fitting for Rhode Island Red, but she often lets me pick her up, give her a little pet. But she always wanders to me and see what I'm up to.